Hello there. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a dull conversation, desperately searching for a way to spice things up? We've all been there, haven't we? Whether it's at a social gathering, a networking event, or even a casual coffee catch-up, the art of interesting conversation crucial. Interesting conversations are more than just a pleasant way to pass the time. They are the lifeblood of social interactions, the currency of human connection. They have the power to enhance relationships, making them richer, deeper, more meaningful. A captivating conversation can turn a stranger into a friend, a colleague into a confidant, or an acquaintance into a valuable connection. But the benefits of mastering the art of interesting conversation extend far beyond our personal lives. In the professional sphere, the ability to hold a riveting conversation can boost your confidence, making you stand out in the crowd. It can open doors to new opportunities, paving the way for career growth and success. So, what is the art of interesting conversation? It's not about being the most knowledgeable person in the room or having the most exciting stories to tell. It's about empathy, active listening, and genuine interest in others. It's about asking thoughtful questions and responding with insightful comments. It's about sharing and connecting on a human level, creating a space where ideas and emotions can flow freely. The art of interesting conversation is, in essence, a dance. It's a delicate balance of give and take, of listening and speaking, of questions and answers. It's about creating a rhythm, a flow that keeps the conversation moving forward, keeping it alive and vibrant. But how do you learn this dance? How do you master the art of interesting conversation? How do you ensure that you're never the dull one in the room, struggling to keep the conversation going? The answer lies in understanding the principles that guide interesting conversations and learning the techniques that can help you apply these principles effectively. It requires practice and patience, but with time and effort, anyone can become a master conversationalist. So, how do you make sure you're never the boring person in a conversation? Let's delve deeper. Firstly, be genuinely interested in the person you're speaking with. This isn't about pretending to care about their latest vacation or nodding along as they talk about their favorite sports team. No, this is about truly wanting to know more about them. That's the key to engaging conversations. Genuine interest. It's fascinating how much you can learn when you shift the focus from yourself to the other person. So how do you show this interest? Well, it starts with active listening. This means fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. It's about making the other person feel heard and valued. But don't stop there. Ask thoughtful questions. Dive deeper into their experiences, their passions, their dreams. This not only shows that you're interested, but also that you value their perspective. Remember, people love talking about themselves, so give them a chance to shine. Secondly, consider using the Ford method. Now, what is the Ford method, you might ask? It's a simple yet effective tool to keep a conversation going. Ford stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. 4 simple topics that can be the spark to ignite any conversation. Let's break it down. Starting with family, ask about their siblings, parents, or pets. It's a topic that's close to the heart and easy to talk about. Next is occupation. People spend a large chunk of their day working, and it's a part of their identity. Recreation is next. What do they do for fun? What are their hobbies? It's a great way to find common ground. Lastly, dreams. This can be anything from life goals to bucket list adventures. It's a topic that allows for deeper, more meaningful conversations. With the Ford method, you'll never run out of things to talk about. Thirdly, don't be afraid to share personal stories. There's a certain magic in storytelling that has captivated humans since the dawn of time. It's a universal language that transcends borders, cultures, and generations. In the context of conversation, your personal stories can serve as that magic. Now you might be thinking, but my life is not that exciting. Here's the thing, it doesn't have to be. You don't need to have climbed Mount Everest or swum with sharks. The power of storytelling lies in the details, the emotions, the lessons learned. It can be as simple as sharing a funny incident at work or a heartwarming childhood memory. When you share your experiences, you're not just talking. You're painting a picture, taking your conversation partner on a journey through your world. It's a wonderful way to create a deeper connection, making the conversation more engaging and memorable. Your stories can be the spice that turns a bland conversation into a captivating one. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. Our journey began by understanding the art of interesting conversation, and we've walked through 3 key tips that will help you keep your conversations engaging and far from boring. Firstly, we talked about the importance of being genuinely interested. When you're genuinely interested in what the other person is saying, it shows. Your body language, your facial expressions, your responses, everything aligns in a way that makes the other person feel valued and heard. And when someone feels valued, they are more likely to engage in the conversation, making it more interesting for both of you. Next, we delved into the Ford method, a simple yet effective strategy to keep the conversation flowing. Ford stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. By asking questions around these 4 topics, you're likely to strike a chord with the other person, igniting a spark that keeps the conversation alive and vibrant. Remember, the goal is to find common ground and shared interests, and the Ford method is a great tool for that. Finally, we explored the power of sharing personal stories. Stories are a fantastic way to make your conversation more engaging. They add a human element, a touch of authenticity that can transform a mundane chat into a captivating dialogue. Be brave, open up a little, and share stories from your own life. It makes you relatable, and others are more likely to reciprocate with their own tales, adding depth to the conversation. And there you have it, folks. The 3 golden tips to ensure you're never boring in conversation. Be genuinely interested, use the Ford method, and share personal stories. Each of these tips is a key that can unlock the door to fascinating conversations. With these tips in your conversation arsenal, you're ready to turn any dull conversation into a fascinating one. Remember, the art of interesting conversation is a skill that can be mastered with practice.